Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and participants, today, with the blessings of Honorable Founder President Sir, Chancellor Sir, Vice Chancellor Ma'am, and Mentor Sir, we are gathered here for a crucial event, the workshop on navigating the opportunities and challenges in water management for a sustainable world. As a part of Mission Life initiative organized by Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences, NRES domain, in collaboration with the National Mission for Clean Ganga under the Government of India. I am Dr. Harshita Jain and I am honored to be your host for this informative and enlightening day. I would like to start by acknowledging the successful landing of India's Chandrayaan 3 mission on Moon. This is indeed a historic achievement and a symbol of India's growing space power. Moving on, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, unveiled Mission Life at the UN Climate Change Conference in 2021 to put individual conduct at the forefront of the story of global climate action. Mission Life aims to turn its vision into observable efforts. It is intended to motivate at least 1 billion Indians and other global citizens to perform both individual and group actions for environmental protection and conservation. The mission is to encourage people to engage in small, everyday actions when widely adopted can drastically halt climate change. The mission is to support and allow environmentally friendly behaviors to become self-sustaining. Everyone has a responsibility under life to live in harmony with the earth and to cause no harm to it. People who live this way are designated by life as pro-planet people. Mission Life, Lifestyle for Environment, comes under 7 themes: save energy, save water, say no to single-use plastic, adopt sustainable lifestyle, reduce waste, adopt healthy lifestyles, reduce e-waste. Today, we are here to address a pressing concern that affects us all: the management of our precious water resources. Urbanization and development are vital for progress, but they also bring forth challenges that we must confront for a sustainable future. Water, an essential lifeline, is at the heart of our discussions. Water, the growing global population, coupled with urbanization, climate change, and unsustainable practices, has exerted immense pressure on our water resources. As a result, access to safe water has become a matter of grave concern. Our workshop aims to shed light on these critical issues and pave the way for informative solutions. We have brought together a remarkable array of experts, policymakers, practitioners, and stakeholders who will share their insights and experiences. The goal is to collectively explore strategies and promote effective water management. Throughout the workshop, we encourage you to actively participate in our discussions, ask questions, and engage with our esteemed speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on this journey of knowledge and collaboration, it is a tradition to seek the blessings of the divine. We begin the lighting of the lamp ceremony. We light this lamp to bring in light and wisdom, symbolizing Goddess Saraswati, who represents knowledge, creativity, and learning. To commence this auspicious ceremony, may I request all the dignitaries present on the stage to kindly step forward and light the ceremonial lamp, accompanied by faculty members, as we illuminate our path with the light of knowledge and wisdom. Can we have a huge round of applause for Ms. Shivani?
Now we have become hot after, okay, by Amity. Every school is seeking your services. Huh? So great recognition. Keep it up.
She already given a one, I think, performance last year, 16th August, on the 16th of the.
No, I'm sorry. 15th August में. She sang so well. Even founder president could not control. उसको बुलाया, उसका फोटो लिया.
Last year, sir. So I request all the participants, please give a big round of applause to her.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
May the blessings of Goddess Saraswati continue to guide our minds and hearts as we delve into the realms of knowledge and collaboration today. With the lamp illuminated and the spirit of Saraswati Vandana resonating within us, we are ready to embark on this workshop. It is now my privilege to invite a respected figure whose leadership and vision have been instrumental in shaping the Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences. She has been a guiding force in promoting sustainable practices and fostering an environment of learning and innovation. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Renu Dhupar, the Assistant Director of Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences, for her welcome address.
Thank you, Dr. Harshita Jain. Good morning, my dear participants, and namaskar to all present here. It is my distinct privilege and great pleasure to extend a warm welcome and heartfelt welcome to each one of you to the workshop on navigating the opportunities and challenges in water management for a sustainable world. This event, organized by the Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences in collaboration with the National Mission for Clean Ganga, Government of India, to mark a significant step forward in our collaborative efforts towards sustainable water management as an initiative under Mission Life activities. Mission Life will be implemented by making individual environmentally friendly behavior a mass movement, and it will also empirical and scalable ideas that can be adopted by a large number of people so that they can come to know about the sustainable development and they can start adopting the sustainable lifestyle. It will also leverage local climate-friendly social norms and religious behavior towards the world. As a Mission Life, we will study about the various parts of the activities like waste management, energy management, then air quality, climate change. There are 7 major themes which comes under the Mission Life. And these 7 themes are energy saving, water saving, reduce use of single-use plastic, sustainable food system, waste reduction, adopting healthy lifestyle, and e-waste handling. And as in Amity, we have prepared a calendar for this mission life, and it starts from the June to next year, 2024 February. And all the activities are planned here, like workshop, poster making, model making, field visit, just to create the awareness among the youth so that they come to know about their environment and start doing its conservation. And it gives me immense pleasure to stand before you today and address this esteemed gathering. Thank you all for taking out your time and being present at this important event. As we all know that water scarcity is a pressing global concern, and India no exception to this challenge. And water is a very important resource that sustains life on planet and serve as a vital lifeline for community across the world. However, in recent years, we have witnessed a concerning trend in the depletion of the water sources, both surface water and groundwater. And today we have gathered here to representing diverse backgrounds, expertise, and experience to shed lights on this pressing issue and explore the potential solution for the sustainable water management. As we delve into the causes and implication of the water depletion, we will hear from extreme experts and researchers who have been at the forefront of the study and understanding this crisis of water management. And together we will gain valuable insight into the challenges we face and the urgent need for action. On this occasion, it is an honor and privilege for us to welcome our Honorable Founder President, Sir Dr. Ashok Kumar Chauhan ji. And today we are able to conduct this workshop under the initiative of Mission Life activity only because of his constant moral support, blessing, and strength. He is a guiding force for us and indeed a source of great motivation for our domain. My deep regards and thanks to respected Chancellor, Sir Dr. Atul Chand, Sir. It is his vision and leadership that has placed Amity University among the top universities in the world. I am delighted to welcome our respected Vice Chancellor, Madam Professor Balvinder Shukla, ma'am. She is a guiding force for us, and with her support, motivation, and inspiration, we plan this event. I extend my warm welcome to our chief guest, Shri S.P. Vashish, Executive Director of National Mission for Clean Ganga, for joining us and taking out time to share their thoughts with us in Amity University. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation from a busy schedule, and I welcome to you, sir. The presence of such a personality in such a function is really a blessing, and we hope that the participants are able to seek a little guidance and invite something from their thoughts. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to eminent resource persons, Dr. Sandeep Kumar Shukla, Research Officer from Central Water Commission, New Delhi, Dr. Sunil Padali, National Coordinator, Biodiversity, Finance and Sustainable Land Management, UNDP, India, and Dr. Alpana Narula, Scientist in Central Water Control Board, New Delhi, who have generously shared their expertise and wisdom with us in morning and afternoon session. Their guidance and mentorship have been invaluable in shaping our understanding of the subjects discussed us in this important topic, water management, and inspiring us to push the boundaries of our own teaching practices. We are immensely grateful for their contribution and for their dedication to the field of water management. My warm greeting and welcome to Professor D.K. Bandyopadhyay, sir, Chief Advisor, Founder President Office, and Chairperson, Amity Law School, and mentor of Natural Resource and Environmental Science domain, for his continuous guidance and motivation always. I'm thankful for your kind support, suggestions, and guidance given to us and when required. Your guidance, mentorship have shaped the lives of careers of many, and we are eagerly anticipate the wisdom you will share with us in this platform. Welcome, sir. I would like to welcome Professor S.P. Singh, sir, Domain Head, and Professor Tanu Jindal, ma'am, Domain Coordinator of Natural Resource and Environmental Science Department, for their endless support and help to execute this program. The objective of this workshop is not just to identify the issues, but also to foster a collaborative environment and encourage an open dialogue and the exchange of ideas related to the water conservation and its depletion. Only through collective efforts can we develop effective strategies to tackle this complex problem and move towards the sustainable water management practices. Toward this workshop, we will explore potential solutions, highlight successful case studies, analyze the role of technology, policy frameworks, and community participation in conserving water resources. We will focus on seeking a way forward that empowers us to strike a balance between meeting the water needs of today without compromising the needs of future generation. For our participants, this workshop offers a chance to gain in-depth knowledge, enhance professional skills, network with industry leaders, and align themselves with the government initiative for a greener and more sustainable future. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember that the challenges we face are complex. But our collective knowledge, determination, and innovation are more than up to this task. I encourage each one of you to actively participate in both the session, in morning session and afternoon session, and engage in the thoughtful discussion with expert members from this field. Once again, I extend a very heartfelt welcome to each one of you who are present here. Let us unite in the pursuit of the sustainable water management, learning from one another and envisioning a future where water is managed wisely, equitably, and responsibly. And once again, thank you for here, and I wish you very productive and enlightening workshop with our expert members. Namaskar.
Thank you, Dr. Renu Dhupar, for those inspiring words. Your insights have indeed set the stage for a day filled with valuable learning and collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, it is now an honor to invite a distinguished personality whose expertise has significantly contributed to the field of environmental sustainability. His leadership as the domain head and director of Amity Institute of Natural Resources and Sustainable Development have been important in driving advancement in this crucial domain. Let's warmly welcome to the stage Professor Dr. S.P. Singh sir for his opening remarks.
Namaskar, good morning to everybody. And everybody looking me very smiling because all of you are happy seeing the successful of Chandrayaan 3. Sabne dekha? And quite likely in future, some of you may be the part and parcel of the team of other Chandrayaan. So thank you very much and Shubhkamnaएं. Thank you very much, Dr. Renu Dhupar, to give me a chance for an opening remark for this important topic. At the outset, I welcome all the persons, all the my guys, Dr. Tanu Jandal, Shukla sir, and our Bandhopadhyay sir, and my colleague, Satya Prakash Vasisht, which is just give me a surprise that we both belong to Indian Forest Service of Assam Cadets. And both of us work in the wildlife division. He was in Naveri, I was in the Manas National Park. Both the parks were affected by next flight. But as of today, both are doing very good. So welcome, Vasisht. And I'm looking you then in the next way, and we will again interact with more on this topics. You see, let the genesis started for this workshop is coming from this mission lifestyle of environment. I hope some of you, all of you must be aware of this mission life. What I would like to just introduce here, our Honorable Prime Minister introduced this mission life to the world on 26th of UN Climate Change Conference of Parties at Glasgow. Just to encourage now as a mass movement for environment conscious of lifestyle, and what this is required. This required your mindful and deliberate utilization of the resources in a state of mindless and destructive consumption, which we are doing it today. And this mission wildlife has to go through 3 phases. One, the change in the demand, then change of supply, and the change in the policy. For that, we have to adopt a very eco-friendly, environmental friendly lifestyle, which has been recognized based on our Indian traditional sustainable living traditions. And this ancient vision is a core of the lifestyle. Now, what is to be done on this? That we have to make the efforts of individual and communities for the global mounts, and the most important part, our behavioral change. Uh, by just making a behavioral change in lifestyle, probably we can do a wonder in management the environment. So they have taken a different criteria or measures for this, that what should we do where we are facing a problem. Number one is the energy. So number one, that save energy, and that through your style. The another was the important topic, the save water, which is also big crisis for this we are gathering over here. And third, which is more important, say to no to single plastic use. We very often use to the vegetable markets, and we always ask give polythene, polythene, polythene. And during our old mother and sister and grandparents always go with a thela and do that. So we have changed the lifestyle. Now we have to revert ourselves if we want a good environment. Then also the important point, which is very much disturbing now, reduce e-waste. We are having a cycle in that era, development of everything, but just imagine where pen drive and other electronic waste we are doing, and this is creating a lot of problems. The most important thing, my student will take care of this, adopt sustainable food system. You recognize yourself whether you are using a sustainable food system or not. Whether we go for the Indian style of food, or we should go a food which is having high fat and all that things, and how we can remain healthy. And the most important, whatever resources we are having, we should reduce waste and adopt a healthy lifestyle. This is the area of mission for lifestyle. Now, considering here the most important water, we get plenty of water in the rainwater, but what is happening to that? Some people say there's a shortage of water, but I said there's no shortage of water. There's a problem of the management of water. The water is very important for sustainable of life. It is, of course, unlimited resources if you will not use properly. And therefore, everybody says they use very judiciously. And this is only possible when each and every citizen is conscious enough the significance of the waters. And we are getting a threat also. Now the climate change has come up, and you are all perceptibly, we are seeing all extreme events are coming up. Now this is also great threat to our hydrological cycle of water. And this is creating very altering rainfall patterns and the time of runoff. We have getting torrential rains. So this is the really great concerning. I think this topic has suggested or taken by Dr. Renu Devar is very pertinent, which require a mass awareness among the people, especially how we can manage the water. The simply government policy may not be sufficient enough until unless each and individual or citizen will take a very proactive role in this. Let me give you some of the important facts related with water relevant to India. India is one of the 17 countries which is facing a very serious water stress in many areas. And the Composite Water Management Index 2018 issued by their Niti Aayog, they have said the supply of water demand will exceed the supply by 2050 if we continue to use and misuse water like this. And all of you know that we are highly dependent on ground water, which is being treated as a common resource pool, and the quality of water which is coming down, we are taking from water has gone drastically worst. And there is also very much depletion of groundwater levels in India. That is also because of some kind of subsidy and easy and non-control of the depletion things. Now, the rivers and lakes are also under threat. We are, but glaciers are melting down. The day will not be far that this glacier like rivers may face a serious problem, and we do not have a sufficient water which is required for the point of the ecosystem maintenance. And the worst thing is happening that we are encroaching the catchment area. You have seen the disaster happen in Himachal Pradesh or Uttarakhand. That is because only that we have encroached the riverine area, which is called watershed area or their catchment areas. No doubt that we will say the government is not taking initiative. Government has taken a number of initiatives. I just want to enumerate some of them. That is National Water Policy 2012 has been already there, and all the students for environment must be reading this. The new ministry has been created with the name of Jal Shakti, and a special program are being taken, a mass awareness program. This is also one of the programs. National Water Mission is also there, and the special attention has also been communicated for community-based management activity. We all talk about the rainwater harvesting, but how much we are doing. But I am telling you, this is the most important part for the management of water. And the ground development water in different ecosystem, you require a different approach. Flood area, you require a different approach. Hard rock, you require different approach. And the marine area, you require a different approach that needs to be done. So all these things are, I'm not going into much details because all eminent personalities are over here. They will deliberate on this. I'm very happy that Dr. Renu Dubbar has invited very eminent persons who are one way or the other are linked with this water resources. SP Vasist Saab, Sangeet Shukla Saab, then Alpna Narula, and Sunil Pandey. I think they will deliberate on various issues. And I am very much hopeful that you kindly interact with them. Any workshop without the interactions, one way, may not be treated as a successful, or you may not be able to achieve the objective for what purpose this workshop is being designed. So my all request with the students that you should proactively raise your questions or query to the eminent experts, for which you are not always the time you are getting such opportunities. I wish all the deliberations during this workshop may fulfill all the objective which was set to meet out, and I wish the best outcome for this workshop. Keeping this, thank you very much to everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. S.P. Singh, sir, for your enlightening opening remarks. Your expertise and vision provide us with a deeper understanding of the challenges and the opportunities we face in water management for a sustainable world. It is now my privilege to welcome a visionary leader who has played an important role in shaping the academic landscape. Her dedication to education and sustainability have been instrumental in guiding Amity Institute for Environmental Toxicology, Safety and Management towards excellence. I am delighted to invite to the stage Professor Dr. Tanu Jindal ma'am, the Director of AIETSM. Let's extend a warm round of applause as she graces with her address.
Thank you, Harshita. First of all, I congratulate Dr. Renu Dubbar and her team for organizing such worthy workshop on navigating the opportunities and challenges in water management for sustainable world. I welcome our guests, Dr. Shri S.P. Vasist ji, Shri Sandeep Kumar Shukla ji, and Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Dr. S.P. Singh, and Dr. Shukla will also address us, as Dr. Renu has told. And with the blessings of Honorable Founder President and visionary leadership of our Chancellor, Dr. Atul K. Chauhan, and dynamic leadership of Dr. Balwinder Shukla, I'm sure this workshop will be a success. And I see that there is interactive quiz activity and group activity is also planned in this workshop, which is very important for the outcomes as we plan to see the challenges of water management. This workshop also has the community water conservation plan followed by activity presentation. Before, in the F1 foyer, I was speaking to Vasist ji, and he was knowing about various projects which we have carried out. So he said, why don't you mention about the projects? Though I wanted to speak on the general things. So first of all, I'll tell about the importance of water management. This is very, very important for human and biodiversity survival. 1 in 3 people lack access to clean drinking water. So you can see how the situation is very critical. And because of this lack of access of clean water, there are waterborne diseases and there are significant health concerns. There is also interdependency of biodiversity and ecological health on water. Then the second aspect is agriculture and food security. In fact, 70% of water is utilized in agriculture for irrigation. So if proper water is supply is not there, the food security is also affected. And third is industrial sustainability. So in industry, there is need for resource efficiency, there is need for energy efficiency. Then this will further affect the economy and also the supply chain. The important 4 challenges of sustainable water management are lack of potable water, then human interventions of environment, water bodies such as rivers, streams and lakes, they receive water bodies in many regions. Then climate change. This is one of the main important factor which impacts the melting of ice caps, glaciers, sea level rises and temperature rises, causing floods and also the droughts. Lastly, environmental pollution is one of the main concern, which is having slow accumulation of pollutants over the years in many rivers, and it makes them aesthetically unpleasant and biologically and chemically toxic. So how we can implement sustainability of water resources? One, we should do groundwater recharge, then efficient irrigation practices, then wastewater treatment, we can have ETPs and STPs, rainwater harvesting and water conservation. And global water challenges are water scarcity, access disparities, then climate change impact and water pollution. These are the 4 main global water challenges. And how we can make sustainable water management practices? First of all, we have to have holistic approach. All stakeholders should come. For example, in academia, we are making our effort in awareness and also pointing out the issues. Then government, which helps in making policies. Then local communities. We have given a model of decentralized STP plants by RWA CSR. So local communities can also participate by having decentralized STP plants in water cleaning. Then industries, they should have efficient processes of water conservation plus ETPs. Then agriculture, in precision agriculture, for example, one of our faculty has made reverse osmosis membrane system, which discharges the waste into the agriculture for use after the treatment. Then water conservation efficiency, agriculture practices involving drip irrigation, and also in household we can have low flow fixtures. Lastly, policy and governance. So government policies for regulations to protect water resources and which ensure equitable access. Enforcement of water quality standards and by pollution control boards. So we have CPCB and CGWB, they are all following, they're monitoring the water bodies and they are having pollution control of through water quality standards, for example, BOD, COD, pH, etc. Then international agreements. In fact, UN SDG 6 ensure water for all, and it aims to ensure availability and sustainable management of water. Further, many international conferences like Paris Agreement, climate change, COPs, they address water-related climate impacts. Lastly, we require transparent governance, inclusive decision-making involving communities and stakeholders from business societies, civil societies, and governments, and accountability and transparency in water management. This will help ensure that diverse needs and interest of water users are considered. So as Vashesh ji told that I should mention about some projects which we have carried out. So quickly, within 2 minutes, I will just fast forward the slides. We have carried out a project with Ministry of Environment Forest in rice, cotton, vegetable area in Yamuna, Ghaggar and Hindon River. Yamuna, Ghaggar and Hindon rivers. And we have seen that, large number of pesticides like organochlorine, organopesticides, organophosphates and synthetic pyrites, they are going into the bilateral flow. And we have given recommendations to the government for use of new pesticides like neonicotinoids, imidacloprid, etc. Then another project we have carried out with DST on leaching of various pesticides according to different texture of soil. Currently, pesticides are not been recommended according to the texture of soil, and we have shown the leaching behavior in sandy loam and clay soil. We have given recommendations on the pH of the soil also. The pesticide should be recommended for dosages. Several projects have been carried out, and one of the important project which I would tell about, leaching of drains in Delhi. So that also has shown that various contaminants are going down in the drains of Delhi in the groundwater, and we have given recommendation for having decentralized STP plants so that we stop pouring in Yamuna, Ganga river. Once you stop pouring, they will clean themselves in the next flow. As in floods, we have seen the rivers are very clean nowadays. So we have to make an effort to stop pouring in these rivers so that, our rivers are clean forever. And we have also analyzed some of the samples in Antarctica. 16 lakes have been analyzed, and we have seen POPs, persistent organic pollutants, reaching through orographic effect in this Antarctic region. So this is a very major concern, and we have recommended that the use of banned pesticide should not be done in the form of adulterated pesticides. So these are some of the, then we have also prepared a low cost water testing kit. As I mentioned, it analyzes 15 parameters and in a cost effective manner. And also the household ladies and students can use it very effectively using trigonometric and mathematical formulae. Plus, we have also designed a lysimeter to know the leachability of the contaminants. Instead of doing it in the field, you can do it in the lab by simulating the field conditions. And you can know any leachability of any kind of heavy metal or pesticides, that how much will leach down. With this, I would like to listen to our esteemed guests. And we have been organizing in past also World Water Day, many activities and many campaigns have been floated. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Tanu Jindal, ma'am, for sharing your profound insights and perspectives. Your leadership continues to motivate us to explore innovative avenues for sustainable management. Moving on, we are honored to have with us a distinguished figure whose guidance and mentorship have been instrumental in the growth of our institution. His vast experience and wisdom have been invaluable in shaping not only the academic pursuits, but also the values of our Amity family. It is my privilege to invite to the stage Professor Dr. D.G. Pandupadhyay, sir, Chief Advisor, Founder President's Office, Chairman of Amity Law School, and a dedicated mentor to Amity Institute of Environmental Sciences. Please join me in welcoming sir with a huge round of applause.
So thank you very much. And now you are gradually graduating or rather post-graduated and in anchoring. So thank you very much. At the outset, let us all clap for Renu Dhupar, because I have started talking about in the campus. I have given some nicknames to some persons. One nickname I have given, a lady with mobile. I will not tell the name, but lady with mobile, all the time you will finding she is moving with the mobile. Now I have given her name as lady of planning activities. She planned all the time, she planned activities all the time. Whether it is training program, whether it is a certificate course, whether it is a workshop, whether it is a ozone day, whether it is Earth Day, whether it is a water day, every time, all the time, every time she comes to me, sir, I like to do it. So lady, lady with all the time involved for doing the activities. So I must congratulate her for taking up this initiative along with her colleagues and also students. And because without their students' involvement, this type of things cannot be done. And I must congratulate to all of you. Now, all of us know that today is the world that is going on in a different directions. G20 meeting, India's presidency, and making the world to understand and recognize the way the fragmented world has become today. And the India is playing its role in that way. And making it to happen that when G7 failed, that's the word. And then G20 came, all the powerful people of the world came together. Initially started with the finance ministry, with the finance ministers, discussing about the development agenda or economic agenda. But now its canvas has increased. Now it has come to the different level. And most of the important level is that how do we live peacefully, happily in the planet? One planet, one earth, one life, one future. So that is the slogan that has given. And within that slogan, which is that important thing that plays? Because somebody told somewhere that there is going to be no third world war. If the world war is going to take place, it is going to be the war of water, war for water. So Dr. S.P. Singh Saab already has mentioned that we must know the consumption, production, reduction. We have to reduce the consumption. We have to reduce the production, because the moment we reduce the production, the natural resources, also uses of natural resources get reduced too. And what is the main source of water of the natural resources? So if we are able to follow that, and that sort of debate must start. I think one of the debate today you are going to have is the navigating an opportunity and challenge of water management. How do you really effectively manage the water? And it's going to be a crisis, because if we just look at water is finite. It is not infinite. And it is irreplaceable resources that is fundamental to human well-being. It is only renewable if it is well managed. It is only renewable if it is well managed. Today, more than 1.7 billion people live in river basins, where depletion through use exceeds natural recharges. A trend that will see 2/3 of the world population living in water-stressed countries in 2025. Water can pose a serious challenges to sustainable development, but if it managed efficiently and equitably, most important thing is that efficiently and equitably, water can play a key enabling role in strengthening the resilience of social, economic, and environmental system in the light of rapid and unpredictable changes. Because today we are all living in the VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. World is VUCA, world is fragmented. Life concept given by our Honorable Prime Minister is going to be the most important thing. So lifestyle management. How do you really, lifestyle management for environment, lifestyle environment management? How do you do it? How do you manage the environment? How do you change our lifestyle so that we consume less, we produce less, and we reduce the natural resource? That's the most important thing. So if we manage efficiently, so that will really take us to a greater height. Now, some of the questions I'd like to pose before you. Do you know how many people currently living in the river basins? 1.7 billion people are living in the water basins. where water use exceeds research, leading to the water silting of the rivers, depletion of groundwater, and the degradation of ecosystem and the services they provide. So the moment ecosystem services, the way the nature has balanced us, the nature way they have given to us, if that ecosystem is being imbalanced, then a whole lot of problems we are going to suffer. Now, as countries develop, population grow, global water demand is projected to increase by 55%. The way the rate of population growing, so water requirement is going to be increased by 55% by 2050. So we are already in 2024, 23. So 2/3 of world's population would be living in water-stressed countries if current consumption patterns continue. So we have to see how to reduce this consumption pattern and how to manage them effectively. The economic loss from the inadequate delivery of water and sanitation was estimated to be 1.5% of the GDP. 1.5% of the GDP that was due to the economic loss due to the inadequate delivery of water. Now today just see that the Bisleri billion-dollar business they have created by selling water. And it reminds me, my father used to stay in a metro city. One day, one fine morning, he decided that I'm not going to stay here. He used to work in Calcutta. He said, I'm not going to stay here. And we were child that point of time. He took us all, and he took us all to a village. I said, Papa, what you are doing? Why you are doing like this? He said, look, I don't want to live in a city where even I need to purchase water. This was the concept which was used to prevail at least 60 or 50 years or 50 years before. Why should I live in a city where I need to purchase water? Now today that has become a norm, that we have to give the either water tax or even the quality of water the way it is being given, we need to purchase the distilled water. And the way we are putting the RO system, the amount of misuses or abuses of water is taking place. Look at the contamination that it generates, and it takes away all sorts of minerals and useful ingredients from the water. We do take filtered water, but what we are losing out of it? What is the damage it has been taking to our body? So this water management, efficient water management, some of our researchers are doing the very good research on osmosis process of water filtering, and there is no way we can survive other than inventing some new things over there. There's no other way. So the water management is the most essence of our human survival and to achieve the life. And according to some estimate, 80% of wastewater is discharged without treatment. We are discharging them. We are not treating them. They are flowing away. Where they are going, nobody knows. And water-related disasters are most economically and socially destructive and of all natural disasters. Since the original of Rio Earth Summit in 1992, floods, droughts, and storms have affected 4.2 billion people, and 95% of all people affected by disasters, and cause approximately, the way it has been calculated, $1.3 billion of damage. That means 63% of all damage. These are some of the facts. And if these are the facts, what do you do? There is no other way, but we have to devise mechanisms of awareness, point number one. Point number two, reduce the use and reduce the consumption and production. Second. Third, develop the alternate way of water treatment, the alternate way of water management. There are many success stories that have come up, but it demands in a large wide scale to work upon it. Namami Gange is one of the projects the government of India started, and we are involved with Namami Gange, and we like to see that how this Namami Gange is really working hard for making the water to be usable water, how the wastage of water can be reduced to, So all our congratulations goes to Nawami Gange, and in which we are also playing a small part. And I must, thank all the guests who have been invited over here, who are able to spare that valuable time. Vasisht ji, you are with the National Mission of the Clean Ganga. I think with your support, we are also part of it. We are trying to do our bit, and we are invited to the function where the water minister came, and we are also recognized as one of the partner, and we signed the MOU in his presence. And certainly, Sandeep ji, Research Officer, Central Water Commission. I mean, a major role that you play in the Water Commission. So the world today, there is no other alternative but to find the alternatives. And I think this workshop will be a successful workshop when we debate upon, we discuss upon, and make it a discussion forum rather than a monologue forum. So once again, I thank AIES, AITSM, our Natural Resource Domain, Professor S.P. Singh, for making this workshop to happen. At least if we can make 100 students to be well aware of, not aware of, well aware of, and then find out the solutions for that, and giving a contribution to the benefit of the mankind, that will be a great achievement for the school, that will be a great achievement for the university. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your invaluable insights and thoughts. Your mentorship continues to guide us on the path of knowledge and sustainability. As we progress through the workshop's agenda, let's carry us with the wisdom shared by sir and strive to make meaningful contributions to the realm of environmental sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, it is now a distinct honor to welcome a visionary leader whose remarkable guidance and leadership have propelled Amity University, Uttar Pradesh to its esteemed position. Her dedication to education, innovation, and sustainable growth is truly commendable. I am delighted to invite Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla, Madam, the Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, whose thoughts will undoubtedly enrich our understandings of the workshop's themes. Let's extend a warm round of applause as ma'am shares her insight with us. Welcome, ma'am.
A very honorable Chief Guest, Shri S.P. Vasisht, Executive Director, National Mission for Clean Ganga, our special guest, Dr. Sandeep Kumar Shukla, Research Officer, Central Water Commission, New Delhi, my colleagues, Professor D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Chief Advisor, FPO, and the Chairman, Amity Law Schools, and mentor to Amity domain of natural resources and environment, who just now have left for another very important meeting. Professor Tanujinder and Dr. S.P. Singh, and Dr. Renu Dhupar, and all the colleagues, the guests, I, on behalf of Honorable Founder President, extend very warm welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Vasisht ji, and our special guest, Dr. Shukla, the Research Officer, and all the participants on the workshop on navigating the opportunities and challenges in water management for a sustainable world. And I'm so happy and delighted the National Mission for Clean Ganga, Government of India, is a partner in organizing this workshop under the initiative Mission Life, that's the lifestyle for environment. And first of all, I want to congratulate all of you for such a big achievement of India. The Chandrayaan-3 reaches on the land successfully on the south pole of the moon. And it is only the great work of all our scientists, the researchers at ISRO and the other organization, and we could see the such a great India becoming the first country in the world, and that too with a very minimum budget, much lesser than the movies produced by USA. And not only is that the the interest, the passion of Indian scientists, the Indian talent that India is able to achieve such a high goals. And our Honorable Prime Minister has also created this the National Mission for the Clean Ganga, and also the initiative Mission Life Lifestyle for the Environment. How do we really take care of our environment? That the humanity, the all the creatures and the future generations live happily on this earth. We know that today the kind of the challenges we are facing, and especially in the recent time, the rain has started early this time, and we've seen so much destruction due to the heavy rains in the Garhwal region, in the Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, one side, and as well as the other parts of the world. Or we have seen the continued fires in number of countries. So there's one side is the climate change, the other side is that we see the water scarcity in the many parts of the world, and thirdly we see that getting the clean water, the drinking water, is also some of the countries are facing the challenge. Also, we are seeing that even for the irrigation, some parts of the we are not getting the sufficient water for the irrigation. The ice on the mountains is melting very fast, and the water level in the seas is increasing. So that means the one side it has the impact of the environment, or the environment's impact on the water. So what we need to do already that the mission life, the lifestyle for environment is based on a principle of mindful and deliberate utilization instead of mindless and destructive consumption. And so therefore it seeks to nudge the individuals and communities to practice a lifestyle that is synchronous with nature and does not harm the nature, as we have been seeing in the recent times how the nature is being harmed very badly. And therefore the mission is focusing on the 7 key areas: the save the energy, how we reduce the energy consumption in all the sectors, whether it's a home, business, or the transportation. Save the water, and save say no to single-use plastics, or adopt the sustainable lifestyle. Means that we adopt the practices that are more sustainable, such as walking or biking instead of driving, eating the less meat, because the meat consumes the highest water, and therefore that it's very important that how we change our lifestyle or the eating styles, focus on recycling, and how we can reduce the producing the waste, and how we can recycle the waste, maybe by making the compost or other products, and adopt the healthy lifestyle which is entirely up to us that we make the healthy choices, which are better for the environment, better for the health, and also the reduce the e-waste also. And today we are seeing that so much e-waste is being produced, and how those e-waste can also be disposed of in a manner or recycle or reuse the electronic devices so that we are not having the much waste coming. And I'm very happy and delighted that Dr. Renu Dhupar, Dr. S.P. Singh, and the entire team from the natural resources is focusing on this workshop and have designed and developed, and I'm sure this workshop will highlight on the various interactive sessions during, and which will focus on sessions on the sustainability and also collaboration with the National Mission for the Clean Ganga will also help in showcasing and aligning with the government's efforts to preserve and protect the river Ganges and also our neighboring river Yamuna. And Dr. Renu Dhupar and team has been also working on those areas. And also I'm sure that all the participants who have come, they will have an opportunity to interact with the experts as well as with the like-minded people. So therefore, I would like to thank our chief guest, Shri Vasish ji, for sparing your valuable time and being with us. As well as I would like to thank Dr. Shukla from the Central Water Commission, and look forward working together on various aspects. And our honorable founder president always had a mission that how we one side focus on research and innovation to contribute to the nation building and the economic development, and make this country a self-reliant country. And the other side, that how we can also make this world a better world. And as our honorable prime minister have said that one earth, one word, one family, and the one future. And I think the water or the environment is extremely important to have that one future for all of us. And India already has become the number one, the first country to reach to the moon, and have the many other missions. And how can also as India can, and as our scientists and researcher can focus on this area, be the leading country, the worldwide on the environment mission and the water mission. With this, I congratulate Dr. Renu Dhupar and all other HOAs of the domain under the mentorship of Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, organizing this workshop. And I look forward to the outcome of this workshop. So with this, once again, I extend a very warm welcome to our distinguished guests. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening thoughts. Your visionary leadership continues to guide us towards a future of knowledge, sustainability, and progress. As we continue with the workshop sessions, let's carry the perspective shared by ma'am in our minds, nurturing our commitment to making a positive impact on the environment and society. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to embark on a visual journey that takes us to the heart of one of the most significant environmental initiatives in our country. As we gather here to discuss the critical topic of water management and conservation, it's only fitting that we begin by witnessing the extraordinary efforts being undertaken by Rejuvenate our precious Ganga River. Through the lens of the National Mission for Clean Ganga, we will be watching a video titled River from the Skies. This captivating snippet is a part of the best documentary, best current affairs, and best natural history that showcases remarkable strides made in the rejuvenation of the Ganga River. This video not only sheds light on the immense challenges, but also celebrates the dedication, innovation, and collaboration that are paving the way for a cleaner, healthier Ganga. Now let's direct our attention to the screen and immerse ourselves in the awe-inspiring journey of rejuvenating Ganga, a journey that symbolizes the power of collective action and commitment to safeguarding our precious water resources.
This is the Ganga, one of the mightiest rivers in the world, flowing over 2,500 kilometers across the heart of India. Born from the pristine snows high in the Himalaya, the Ganga nourishes one of the most densely populated regions in the world, nurturing life in its fertile waters and providing livelihoods to millions. For Indians, the Ganga is more than a river. And for the last decade, rejuvenating the Ganga basin has become one of the most important and crucial missions for India. A sacred river, a giver of life to one of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. Over the last decade, systemic efforts have been made to rejuvenate the Ganga on a scale never seen before. The river has been given a fighting chance, a hope for the future, to try and come back to its former glory. G. Ashok Kumar of the National Mission for Clean Ganga has been leading the Namami Gange program that is deploying about $2.6 billion in various rejuvenation projects across the Ganga basin.
There are very unique experiments which have done in the Namami Gange and found very successful. One of them is the hybrid annuity model in the STP sector. Operator or concessionaire who takes up the project has to build it and run it for 15 years. We ensure that the payment is based on the quality of water which is coming out of the STP. The second very important initiative was the One City, One Operator program, where all the STPs in the city would be managed, operated and run by one concessionaire who will be responsible for the quality of water coming out from the STPs.
The enormity of this challenge could only be experienced by seeing it. The pollution of the river reaches its apex here and poses a tough challenge to government bodies. And most of this untreated, deadly water has been released into the Ganga through the city's largest open drain, the 128 years old Sisamau Nala that runs through the heart of Kanpur. Increased sewage treatment capacities are now being planned in most hotspots along the basin, from Rishikesh and Varanasi to Patna and Bhagalpur, to ensure that the untreated sewage does not flow into the river. The toxic wastewaters from the factories of Kanpur are another serious impediment. Here, the common effluent treatment plant is taking care of just that, treating chemical waste from more than 300 tanneries that discharge their toxic effluents into various drains. The important link in this rejuvenation mission is the involvement of the common people, the real stakeholders in the future of the Ganga. And a turning point for the Namami Gange mission was the 2019 Kumbh Mela, when the world began to take notice.
In 2019 Kumbh, they anticipated probably 10 crore people or about 100 million people, but because of the purity of the water which was ensured there, and because of the facilities of toilets etc. which were provided by Namami Gange, we had over 200 million people visiting it.
Yep.
This is a record of sort, and that has been acknowledged by many pilgrims and the religious leaders who had visited that place during the Kumbh.
The banks of the river that were once laden with debris and dirt have now been made into a flourishing promenade for people to spend time by the water in the safety of modern improvements. Building a connection between people and the river could be the very key to a successful rejuvenation mission. Carts are cleaned regularly by a group of committed citizen volunteers. They remove litter from the carts that could otherwise end up in the river. Citizen volunteer groups trained by institutions like the World Wildlife Fund and the Wildlife Institute of India are tackling the issues of poaching, fishnet entanglements and river pollution. Another committed group of citizen volunteers patrol the river on a boat, the Jalaj. Trained under the Namami Gange mission, they raise awareness among the local population and make a living by selling their handmade products on weed boats, while citizens devotedly clean the carts. Reviving this river is no easy task.
Life thrives in the presence of water. The Ganga belongs to you, the citizen, the people, to protect and nurture. The most unique river on the planet. The river from the skies.
Moving on, it is a privilege beyond words to introduce our chief guest, Shri S.P. Vashisht Ji, for today's workshop. His profound dedication to environmental conservation and his important role as the Executive Director of the National Mission for Clean Ganga have had a transformative impact on our nation's water resources. Sir's professional journey began in the Central Water Engineering Service as an assistant director. He later joined the Indian Forest Service, where his contributions were marked by roles in various domains. Notably, he served as a probationer in the Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy and held positions such as DFOs. His dedication to the field extended to central deputation as well, where he held significant roles such as director in the Ministry of Rural Development and DIG Wildlife in the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change. In terms of cadre postings, Sir has held various key positions, including CCF in the Upper Assam Zone, APCCF Territorial in the Upper Assam Zone, and APCCF Social Forestry in Guwahati, among others. Currently, Sir is serving as the Executive Director, Administration of the National Mission for Clean Ganga, where he continues to contribute his expertise to one of the India's most crucial environmental initiatives. It is with utmost honor and respect that I invite to the stage Shri S.P. Vashisht Ji. His address promises to be a beacon of wisdom and a source of inspiration for all of us. Let's give a warm round of applause as we welcome Sir to share his insights.
Good afternoon, everyone. Esteemed guests on the dais, esteemed host on the dais, guests connected through hybrid mode also, and my dear friends. I have a small PPT. I think I'll take about 25 to 30 minutes. And then based on your curiosity and understanding, we can have an interaction if you have any question, and how we are making the life sustainable in the Ganga basin, which is our domain, because we operate only in the Ganga basin. I'll just, without wasting any time, see, these are the different schemes in the government sector. Mic here, ऐसा होगा where I can stand on that something. नहीं, pointer नहीं चाहिए मुझे, सही mic. अच्छा ठीक है, yeah, I think that's convenient. आप लोग हिंदी भी you're okay, ठीक है. Maybe I can stand here so that they can. आपका वो ऐसा है. ठीक है, चलेगा, पॉइंटर का जरूरत नहीं है. लिफ्ट करिए आप. मैं कहता जाऊंगा, नेक्स्ट आप करते रहिएगा. स्लाइड को मूव, ठीक है. या सी दीज आर द डिफरेंट programs in the water sector. Namami Gange, our domain is the sewerage water. Then smart cities mission, Jal Jeevan mission, again providing drinking water to every through pipe to each and every household. Then Atal Bhujal Yojana, recharge of groundwater, and to ensure that groundwater is not extracted in an unsustainable way. Then Swachh Bharat mission, I think you are familiar, sanitation. Then Amrit 2, which is nothing but Atal mission for urban renewal and transformation. Basically increasing the urban, that sewerage infrastructure, etc. And the estimated budget during certain periods and during the current financial year, that is 23-24. And the different ministries involved are Ministry for Jal Shakti, then Mahua, that is a Ministry for Housing and Urban Affairs, then MOFCC, especially the wetland conservation, and then the state governments and their different nodal departments. Next slide, please. See, this is the, just see the Ganga basin, the total length 2,500, total area is 86.1, approximately 20, which is having 28% of the water resources. You can compare the 86.1 million hectare against our total area of 328 million hectare of geographical area. 11 states are there. Then 100 Ganga basin states, they account for 40% of India's GDP. By the way, our domain is Ganga and its tributaries like Yamuna and other. Next slide, please. Again, now the mission of that Namami Gange, or the National Mission for Clean Ganga, it is the prevention, control and abatement of pollution in Ganga and its tributaries. And it's rejuvenation of Ganga. It's not only control. So as on today, we have about 442 projects with a total cost of some 37,396 some crores. Available Ganga is that you know that each river can perform its function only if it has a certain flow, minimum flow or ecological flow. Otherwise, what will happen? See, it's what is happening to Yamuna before the flood came, because we are stopping extracting water at Wazirabad Barrage and then releasing very less water. So in the absence of water, it will become just a dry drain or river. Or so a minimum ecological flow is needed. Then Nirmal Ganga is unpolluted. We have to bring down the BOD to the acceptable level, less than 3, something like, which is good for outdoor bathing purpose. Then Jan Ganga, that is people's participation. We have to raise awareness about the about the importance to keep the river clean, because river Ganga and its tributaries, they are nothing but the lifelines. If you recall, all the civilizations, they were established on the banks of rivers only, whether it is Hindu civilization or any civilization, because the river provided water and everything for the sustenance of human life, for business, everything, transportation. Then Gyan Ganga is all the research, all the knowledge we are having, sharing, then and its management. And then, can you press? Then we are having another concept which was given by the Honorable Prime Minister in the first NGC meeting, that is the Earth Ganga. Now the Earth Ganga is, if you want the support of the people living in the Ganga basin, they should get some benefit out of it. And that benefit should be quantifiable, some economic benefit. Then only they'll understand the importance of keeping it clean. So that is where we are providing livelihoods to the people and providing economic opportunities. So that is Earth Ganga. Yeah, next slide, please. In the Nirmal Ganga, we are having these sewerage projects, that is so-called STP. Then we are having these ghats, RFDs, the riverfront development. You will see number of ghats funded by Namami Gange. We have even funded the electric crematoria. So far the number is, that is just to ensure, because there is a less pollution. Then we are having these common effluent treatment plants, CETP, like in Jajmau. We are having one in Panipat also, where the textile industries are located. Then we are having through CPCB, we are having these pollution surveillance and assessment. Next slide, please. Average is again, a minimum flow is required. We call it e-flow. Why this notification of 2018? See, the minimum flow has been notified at certain locations like that Haridwar, that is Bhimgada, Barrage, then Bijnor, then Kanpur, and one more location, that this should be the flow in the monsoon season, this should be in the off-monsoon season. Then only the river can perform its functions. And then see the ultimate, after the treatment of the sewage through STP, the water we have to, the treated water has to be released into the river again. And the ultimate test would be that after release, whether the aquatic life is able to survive in that water. So for that, we have a MOU with the Wildlife Institute of India, and they have been conducting studies on the, because if you see in this stretch, the dolphins, they were somehow disappeared, the sightings, they got reduced. Now the WI has conducted certain studies and which indicate that, yeah, the sightings, it has increased significantly. We are taking up afforestation also along the 5-kilometer belt on the both sides of River Ganga. Yeah, next slide, please. Then is the Jan Ganga, that is the raising the awareness about Ganga and its importance. We are having Ganga Utsav, then India Water Impact Summit, Ganga Quest for school children. I am sure some of you must have participated in these quiz. And then we have certain volunteers, that Ganga Prahari, Ganga Doot, all in the towns, in the villages and towns located along the Ganga River, who report any poaching or illegal killing of aquatic life and report, inform the concerned nodal agency. Then through International Yoga Day, by conducting the yoga along the river banks, that is a way to increase the awareness. And then again, plantation drive, etc. Yeah, next slide, please. Then Gyan Ganga, see, capacity building, we have been building the capacity of the urban local bodies who have to run these STPs, because they are we fund the construction of STP, we fund its maintenance also for next 15 years. We'll discuss it later on. But then somehow we find that the urban local bodies, they do not have that much the capacity to run these STPs. So that's where we are trying to capacitate them. Then with the TERI, that is the Energy Research Institute, we have a MOU and they are working on the reuse of the treated water. For example, it can be used for construction, it can be used for gardening, for agriculture. Then River Cities Alliance, it's a platform where the agencies of the cities located along the banks of the river, they can exchange ideas with each other. For example, the nodal agency of Kanpur can interact with one of Haridwar because both are located on the banks of river only. So that it provides a platform to exchange information so that whatever plan they develop, it is based keeping in view its location adjoining Ganga. Then again, we are having real-time water quality monitoring with the help of CPCB. I think Dr. Shukla, he will explain. Then we have MOUs with IIT Kanpur, then Tata Institute of Social Science. And then we have released the framework for the safe reuse of treated water also. Yeah, next, please. I told you that, see, if you want to involve the human participation, you have to ensure that they get motivated, they get some economic benefit out of it. Otherwise, difficult to sustain. And because ultimately, see, it's not a one-time job that, okay, you clean the Ganga and its tributary and then come back. No. Because every human being is having a certain interaction with the natural environment. Again, an environment is nothing but all in our vicinity. So to ensure that he gets some economic benefit out of it, that is our Ganga. So we are trying to support under that Jalaj program, we are trying to support the local communities in enhancing their income. Cultural heritage tourism, you'll agree that there are good number of heritage sites, temples, other architectural sites of significance. So we have involved the Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage in mapping these sites so that they can be projected as potential tourist spots for Indian as well as the foreign tourists. We are having zero budget natural farming. See, one is organic farming and this one is a natural farming. Organic farming, you use the vermicompost. Whereas in case of natural farming, you do not apply any fertilizer. Whatever is available on the farm, you use that only. Because what is happening is that, see, the sources of pollution could be that some, you can identify these are point sources. Suppose some nala is there, some rivulet is there, some river is there. Other source is it's a diffuse. For example, if the farmers are using the chemical fertilizers, ultimately it is coming in the form of a sheet of water and getting into the river. So we are trying to motivate the farmers not to use chemical fertilizers and go for natural farming. Human behavior difficult to control. So we are trying to motivate them, and in this case, because your inputs will be less, so your margins or the profits will be more vis-a-vis what you are doing right now. Then monetization or reuse of sludge and treated wastewater. See, if you see all these STPs, they have a capacity some 100, 200 MLD. Whatever water is coming out of STP, we are now we are designing STPs where the output water will be of 5 BOD. So now that water before releasing it into the river, we want that it can be potentially used in the power sector. It can be used in the agriculture also. So we are trying that how money can be recovered from its use. Then sludge also. If you see, you will see that if the BOD of that particular inlet water is suppose 100, 1/3 of this will be the, suppose it is 100 BOD, that 100 MLD capacity plant, and the BOD is 100. Per MLD, 1/3 of that will be sludge. Sludge is something like, I think, some bran type. So now that we are trying to monetize also, trying to extract money out of that also, it can be, if you add certain additives, it can be used as a soil conditioner. It can be used as in the construction of roads also as a, because the quantity of sludge will be huge. So we are trying to monetize that. Yeah, next slide, please. See, these again the breakup of projects. Right now we are working in 5 projects, 5 states: Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, then Jharkhand, Bihar, and West Bengal. Whereas the total, if you see the basin, it covers 11 states, and these states are Delhi. Delhi also we are having good pigeons. So it is Delhi, then Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan. So all these will be 11 states. So see, initially we were working on the main Ganga stem. Now we have started moving into the tributaries. So this is the total that again it's the STP, then river ghats, then solid waste management. Also some projects we have taken, then crematoria, etc. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, see, one city, one operator. See, the concept is, suppose there are 5 STPs in a particular city, and if all are managed and operated by different operators, then you will get the complaint, no, see, my STP is working, but that particular STP that operated by another operator, it's not working. So there will be allegations like this, just to ensure that it doesn't happen. So we are having the concept of all the STPs of that particular city or area will be managed by one operator only. Now this may be, we may have the construction of new STPs or the maintenance of old STPs also. Accordingly, the RFP document can be designed. Yeah, next slide, please. Now, hybrid annuity model. कभी आपने सोचा है किसी in every, whether it is Delhi, UP, you will see these roadside public convenience facilities. What is missing? They are nicely constructed, but we are not able to maintain them. Construction के 2-3 महीने के बाद, then you, I mean, things start getting, because आपने construction करके, then you have given the maintenance to somebody else, and that the person who is maintaining, if he is a different person, now he starts saying नहीं इसका तो design ठीक नहीं है सब, इसका तो pipe का dia थोड़ा छोटा है, it should have been this, that, like that. Now all these STPs, they are having a huge cost. So what we have done is that we are not only constructing these STPs, we are operating them and maintaining them for next 15 years also. Now what is happening under the HAM model, the 40% of the construction cost we pay to the concessionaire, to the agency which is constructing, and the remaining 60% of this construction cost plus the operation and maintenance cost will be paid over the next 15 years. Otherwise, what will happen is that the way it is happening in case of public convenience, that facilities, that you construct STP, the other operator will say no, there is some fault with the design, it won't work. Normal with the electricians also, you will say no, nahi sab, wo to ye, this should have been of this specification, like everybody starts finding fault with others. So this is I mean, the innovative idea that we can, one more thing, see, the payment for the operation and maintenance will be linked with the output. If the output water, it meets certain specification, then only you get the payment, otherwise no. Yeah, next slide, please. See, these are the different committees or the in the National Mission for Clean Ganga, we have the National Ganga Council, which is headed by the Honorable Prime Minister, comprises of certain union ministers like Union Minister for Finance, for Shipping, Rural Development, and Honorable CMs of the 5 states. Then we have the Empower Task Force, headed by the Honorable Minister for Jal Shakti, comprises and the Chief Secretaries of the 5 states and other officials. Then we have the Executive Committee. Now the Executive Committee, headed by the Director General of the NMCG, it is having the powers of sanctioning projects up to 1,000 crore, which is a enormous power. And that's why it is a mission. Then we have the Governing Council. We have the State Ganga Committees. Again, these are headed by the Chief Secretary of the state and the nodal departments, which are responsible for the implementation. And then at the grassroots level, we are having these District Ganga Committees headed by the District Magistrate. The DFO is the member convener, and other departments like Public Health, Irrigation, Agriculture, they are the other members. So now each of these committees has a specific task which is well defined in that authorities order of 2016, and that is how we operate on the ground. Yeah, next slide, please. Some shots of these NGC meetings. So far we had 2 meetings. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, see, these are the some of the recognitions we have got. Last December, the Namami Gange was recognized as one of the top flagship programs to revive the natural world. So out of the some 160 entries received. Next slide, please. And these are again some, yeah, next slide, please. See, if you see now you must be thinking what progress have we made? You compare the position of 2014, 2022. And by the way, you will see the table on the right hand side. The priority areas, as the priority, these numbers, they increase, like the category 5 is less polluted than category 1. If you see the position of both 2014 to 2022 and certain stretches, for example, Uttarakhand, that Haridwar to Sultanpur, if you see 2014-15, it was in the category of 5. Now it is not polluted. So it has come out of that also. And 5 means a BOD of something around 3 to 6 milligram per liter. Similarly, UP, we are having that Kannauj to Banaras, which has come out from the category 3 to category 5. And by the way, this is for that outdoor bathing purpose, where the BOD should be up to 3 milligram per liter. So this is the progress we have made in the last 8 years. Yeah, next slide, please. See, we have taken up certain biodiversity conservation program also that we have involved Wildlife Institute of India in this Gangetic dolphin conservation, and so that is the ultimate test. Otherwise, see, you construct STP, then you just if you do not monitor that what is happening to the river, because ultimately the rejuvenation, the test of rejuvenation of a river would be that the aquatic life should be able to survive what it used to be before the pollution level. Again, see, on natural farming, we have MOU with the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare in training the farmers, in motivating the farmers. Art of Living and Patanjali, they were also, because both these organizations, they have been working in the areas of natural farming. Then Sahakar Bharati for again, for motivating the farmers, for raising the awareness on natural farming. And then these, by the way, we have restocked these Mahasir, that fish, that fingerlings also, and that's I mean, earlier the Mahasir almost disappeared, but now we have been able to ranch it and restock its the wild population. Then millet farming, you know, which is a part of that mission for mission life. I mean that. Yeah, next slide, please. The safe reuse of this wastewater, we have published a framework. Certain workshops you are organized, and with TERI, we are supporting that Center for Excellence, and they are working on the possibilities of using this reuse of this treated water, which I said that one possibility could be in agriculture, gardening, construction, washing of platforms, something like that. In power sector, in thermal power plant. So we are working with the Ministry of Power, Railway, Ministry of Agriculture, etc. Yeah, next slide, please. Again, the livelihood generation opportunities, you see under the Jalad model, we are trying to enhance the earning capacity of the local communities on both sides of Ganga and its tributaries. Then with Intech, we have identified certain sites for tourism, cultural tourism or heritage tourism. Then we have a dedicated cadre of these volunteers, Ganga Doot, Ganga Praharis. Yeah, next slide, please. Then this River Cities Alliance, I told you that it's a platform where like-minded people, they can exchange information, they can express their ideas with each other. Right now, its membership is 140 plus, and we are having one city from Denmark also, which is a member of this alliance. I mean, they can exchange information, they can exchange the best practices, they can have their ideas how to, what should be done to sustainably manage the abatement of pollution and ensure that there is no damage. The one, I mean, very recently, you must have seen the very huge damage in Himachal and Uttaranchal also. Yeah, next slide, please. With the universities, see, we have been trying that 3 months back, we signed MOU with the university also that we want the youth to be sensitive on this river rejuvenation and how we can reduce our footprints on this planet. Yeah, next slide, please. And these are the different international agencies we have been working with. GIZ, GICA, World Bank, then Solidarity of Netherlands, etc., etc. Then UN agency, I mean, different countries we have been having international cooperation. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, see, I just wanted to see, we are working on Yamuna also. In Delhi, I think if I'm sure some people, some of you must be from Delhi. We are having our presence in Rethala, Okhla, Kondli, and Coronation Pillar. And one is complete, that Coronation Pillar, having a capacity of 318 MLD. Whereas these Rethala, Okhla, and Kondli, they are in the pilot run stage. They'll be operational by December. So in the total capacity will be something around 1200, some 68 MLD. So which will be a very significant contribution in maintaining this Yamuna clean. So that's our presence in Delhi. By the way, Delhi, Yamuna is a tributary of Ganga. Yeah, next slide, please. See, these are some of the, and my submission is please do visit these sites. These are massive, massive STPs. If you see the size, especially our Okhla STP, it's a very big area. So make a plan to visit, you see what is happening there. Yeah, next slide, please. Then again, Hindon, which is quite closer to your campus, we are working on Hindon also. And next, I think, next 3 to 4 years, you'll see a drastic effect on Hindon. Yeah, next slide, please. Again, the pollution in Hindon, it's spread over so many districts, the Muzaffarnagar, Saharanpur, and Shamli. I mean, all these next 3 to 4 years should see some significant effect. Yeah, next slide, please. See, all our STPs, although they have been Christian as Nirmal Jal Kendra, and by the way, they are trying to make this world sustainable. Otherwise, imagine what if the STPs are not there, all the dirty water will get into the river only. So I've been aesthetically designed, well looking, and these are that, this one is Karmali, Check, and then Beor. Yeah, next slide, please. Yeah, these are Barakpur, Patna, Ramnagar. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is the Dinapur, then Ramanna, Muradabad, and these are massive, I mean, in size. Yeah, next slide, please. It's over, I think. Yeah, these are some of the ghats. Chandigarh, if you happen to visit, Haridwar, please do visit. Banaras, then Patna. Next slide, please. Yeah, these are one in Bulandshahr, then Kanpur, Atal Ghat, then in Sahibganj. Then it's in, yeah, that's all we are having. That's how, I mean, that's our, so our domain is in Ganga, and it's Ganga Basin, and that's how we are making the world sustainable for this particular area. Thank you. Thank you.
हाँ, भी कर सकते थे, वहाँ पे उसमें मेल में कर सकते थे, पहले बोलते तो
Thank you, sir, for gracing us with your enlightening address. Your words resonate deeply with our shared commitment to preserving and rejuvenating our water resources. As we progress further, let's keep sir's perspective in our hearts, igniting our dedication to create a sustainable and cleaner world for generations to come.
Session started with the police station with the police and online.
क्या कह रहे हैं?
Also in the heaven and prayed, and such a big day for India. So my congratulations to all of you for the great success of Chandrayaan. India being the first country, to land on the southern pole of moon. And you know that is the golden time, I would say, for all of you, the youth of the country. Honorable Prime Minister has said that in this Amrit Kal and by 2047, India will be fully aligned Atmanirbhar nation. So who is going to play important role? All of you. Whole youth of this country, and Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, always has focused that how the Amitians have their different career aspirations, and we develop them as per their choice and help them.
It is our privilege and honor to express our gratitude to those who have graced us with their wisdom and insights. A token of appreciation is a small way to convey our heartfelt thanks for their invaluable contributions. As a gesture of appreciation and in alignment with our commitment to environmental sustainability, we honor to be present a token of nature's beauty and significance. Just as a sapling holds the promise of growth and renewal, we offer these tulsi saplings to our esteemed guests as a symbol of our gratitude for their presence and contributions. May these saplings thrive and remind us of our shared responsibility to nurture and protect our environment. I now request Professor Dr. S.P. Singh sir to please felicitate our chief guest, Shri S.P. Vashisht sir. It is a privilege to express our deep appreciation to Shri S.P. Vashisht sir, our esteemed guest, for gracing us with his presence today. We are honored to present a small token of our gratitude, starting with the sapling that symbolizes growth and sustainability, a reflection of these ideals you stand for. Additionally, we offer a memento as a lasting reminder of this meaningful occasion, along with the shawl as a token of warmth and respect. Now can we have a huge round of applause, please? I now request Dr. Professor Tanu Jindal ma'am to please felicitate Mohammad Najib Ehsan sir, Senior Communication Manager at National Mission for Clean Ganga. We are honored to present a small token of gratitude with starting with the sapling that symbolizes growth and sustainability, a reflection of the ideals you stand for. along with the shawl as a token of warmth and respect. Can we have a huge round of applause, please?
For first year UG program, today is the finale for Time to Shine, the talent hunt. And I would request DG Hostel and University Cultural Club Chairperson, Ms. Chaya Chaudia, to please take the stage for announcing the next dance program.